my name is Janean, and I've been working in the field of international education for about 10 years. And I'm originally from Saskatchewan, but I currently live in Calgary. In January 2021, I just felt like things were really hard and really heavy. And I think it had been building up for a while, but it was definitely exacerbated by COVID, and just kind of intensified those feelings. I didn't really realize the weight of some of my past experiences. I didn't realize the weight that those past experiences had on me. It was like I was dragging around a car, an invisible car. And once I started working both in the group and with the one-on-one counselor, I realized just how big of a toll that was taking on me. So I was anxious. I was experiencing some post-traumatic experiences, and really, I was really suffering from anxiety as a part of that, but also just had a really low sense of self-worth. And yeah, I don't think you necessarily realize how much those things that aren't okay weigh on you until you start to see some of the weight being lifted. Before I came to counseling, I had been to counseling previously, and I had fairly positive experiences. This was my first kind of counseling since I had moved to Calgary, so I wasn't sure what to expect. However, I had heard very good things about Calgary counseling services, both from people in my life as well as from looking at testimonials online like this. And it just really solidified that I was making the right choice in reaching out to Calgary Counseling Centre. My support system was relatively small. Being new to the city, I didn't necessarily know a lot of people. And I definitely had some anxiety or trepidation about expanding my support network because of those past experiences that I had. Adding in a counselor from Calgary Counseling Centre was one of the best things I could have done, because I felt that I was able to be heard and understood, but to also get the tools and the information that I needed to help myself. Which in turn, it became a cycle. So as I was making positive changes, working with the counselor and getting to feel better about my situations or my reactions or just circumstances in general, I found that I had less anxiety about reaching out to people and to adding them to my support group. And so after about 8 or 9 months of working one-on-one, I finally felt that I was in a place to work on my self-esteem. And that is how I got to the self-esteem group, or the Buildingesteem group. At first, I was definitely hesitant because I've always seen counseling as something that is an individual activity. But once I started, I found it was so invaluable to know, I think, that you're not alone in going through that journey and that other people feel that way too. And I think it helps to build camaraderie, but it also helps so much to hear other people share their experiences. And even if they have a totally different life than you, there's something that you can take away, and you might be like, oh, well, I did that too, or I never thought of something that way before. And it dawned on me partway through that this was something that I was always meant to do, was to be in a group, because I've always liked team sports, and it came to be that way. Like, we were a team and the enemy was ourselves. So we were fighting our personal battles and we were getting over these interior hurdles, but we were doing it together and we were cheering each other on along the way. And it was more impactful because you knew that these people were going through the exact same thing as you. Not in the middle. Well, I guess, yeah, because I'm still on this journey. But in the middle of my counseling journey, I actually got diagnosed with a brain tumor. And so I took a pause to do that and to recover. And I just found this big, scary life change. The fact that I was already in counseling made me already know that I was going to get support, but I feel like I was able to adapt better had I not been doing any counseling, or had I not reached out to a counselor in the first place. And a lot of these things came after that brain surgery. And so I think that I just wouldn't necessarily be in the place that I'm at now had it not been for Calgary Counseling Center.